the few ignoramuses left that still believe that President Biden is fully capable of commanding his mental faculties hopefully have just learned their lesson. So we just got another list, and this has happened before, that Biden's administration gave him very, very specific notes on what to do that we didn't think that he would need. Well, some of us thought that he would need. So I've written these down. Let me read them to you. I'm going to show you the image here. You enter the Roosevelt room and say hello to the participants. You take your seat. Then press enters. So you and your is always in capitals. You think that a president that would be fully capable of commanding his own mind would need to know that he's the one giving the speech or that he's the one taking the seat? Why would your need to be specified? If he knew exactly what he was doing. If the list just said, presumably if the list just said, you take your seat, and it made perfect sense, it wasn't capitalized or anything. If that was how this list was, presumably the administration, something would go wrong because the administration had to specify here. Someone who doesn't know that the list is telling them what to do, say, you have a shopping list on your phone, right? You go to Target and you want to buy something and you have a shopping list and it says milk and eggs. You look at that and you think, oh, I'm glad that someone else shopping at this Target is getting milk and eggs. And then you walk out with cereal. You think that's how it works? If that's what your brain draws as a conclusion, you should be in some kind of assisted living home, not the President of the United States. Now, let me read the rest of this list. You give brief comments, parentheses, minutes. The press departs, then you ask someone a question. There's a note that person is joining virtually. You don't think Biden could have figured that out by looking at the computer screen and not a person? He reaches out to sniff her hair and he realizes it's a computer screen. That's what's actually happening here? Then it's you thank participants and you depart. Now, finally, in his departure, he isn't capitalized. But I think we only got part of this list because we can just take some context clues here. I think next it's you watch one episode of Gilligan's Island. You go to bed. Note, around 4:30. Then, you wake up in the middle of the night having crapped the bed. But actually before that, it's you crap the bed, then you wake up in the middle of the night. Then, nursing team comes in. Then you wake up in the morning. And then, process repeats. So that's exactly what Biden's schedule is like. And I'm just so reassured, aren't you, that our president needs to have it deliberately specified to him that the list he is reading is instructions for him. He didn't think he pulled it out of his pocket, or he thought he pulled it out of his pocket and was like, oh, this is someone else's list. Also, that's a very feeble attempt by his administration, because if he thought that it was someone else's list he picked up, why would it specifying you help? I don't fully understand how Biden could be so incapable of doing basic things like taking a seat that he needs a list to tell him to do it. We hope the midterms will fix some of our country, but Biden can't be on the ticket for 2024. It's just not going to work for Democrats if this is what has to keep happening.